Hey y'all, it's Amy. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a quick little Q4. We're entering into the last quarter of the year update on my planner system. Currently, this is what I'm working with, but I'll share what this is going to be because I think I'm going to switch from my plotter to my Filofax for the time being, or at least switch over when 2025 starts. But let me explain a little bit because I have had some people ask about my current system, what I am using and stuff. And so on Instagram, for the most part, if you're coming from Instagram and TikTok, hello, how are y'all? I mostly share these two notebooks, which they're both Leuchtturm brand. This is their A6 size, which is technically pocket, and then this is their A5, which I love them both. They have been great. This is my second pocket of the year. This was my first one from the beginning of the year. I'll flip through some of these pages when I kind of compare how I'm using this one now. However, I think in the new year, this is going to be replaced by a A6 Hobonichi Techo. And then this will be replaced by the Hobonichi Cousin because I really miss the Hobonichi planners. And if you've seen in my previous videos, I had an unboxing and whatnot. I just really love those planners, the paper, everything about just using that planner throughout the year is just, I just miss it. So let me start with my pockets real quick. I'm going to move these out of the way. But this is kind of what I use on a day-to-day basis. However, this does not leave my house. This pretty much stays home all the time because I don't write in it unless I'm at home. So currently in this notebook, I am using like a 2-column system, and I have done that, excuse me, for the most part in this entire planner since I first started using it in August. Technically August. I missed the first 2 weeks. No, sorry, excuse me, July. Because, yeah, that's right. This was January through June. So the first 6 months of the year in this one. And then I am on track to finish this one this year. This is all I have left for the rest of October, which today is October 10th. I haven't planned yet today because my day just started in a go situation. So, yeah, that's all I have left, which I should use up those pages, especially based on how much I've been writing lately. Lately, it's just been a lot. I've been taking up 2 pages, whereas I did the math, and I should only be using a page and a quarter per day if I want to finish this by the end of the year, which I am either going to write way too much or I'm not really sure. The last quarter of the year for me and really every aspect of my professional life is extremely busy. So I will either end up having to use this a lot because of that, or I won't use this as much because of it because I'm just too busy to write anything down. But I do tend to use this for things other than just to-do lists. So for the most part, I use this as a daily to-do list, where I really prefer when I start my day in here or I end my day in here planning for the day to come or the day itself. Sometimes I will just use it for a brain dump. This was just a brain dump because this was everything I had to do in a weekend. And so obviously I was getting overwhelmed because all of this was living in my head and I was stressing out so badly. This has helped me tremendously. I do love that because it is just a blank notebook, essentially. It is a dot grid. I do like the dot grids. It's easy for me to tell where the line needs to be. That way it's more free flowing. So I'll be interested in seeing how I will use or replace that with my Techo going forward. But I think for the most part, I will just use it for daily planning and keeping lists and such. I just realized I had one other planner I don't have on my desk right now. So I'm gonna go grab it real quick. Okay, I'm back. Because I was talking about daily planning and it really goes hand in hand with this A5 Day Designer, because this is my scratch journal. And this one I just like writing everything very nicely, using nice handwriting, lettering, using a bunch of deco and the occasional drawings. This is Oh, this is when I gave my daughter, she's about to turn 17, she's always wanted a boo basket for her birthday, and this year I actually remembered. So, because she's an October baby, we call it a boo basket, but I called it a birthday boo basket. And so I put all these, I drew little doodles of all the things that I included in there, and it was just really cute. So sometimes I do like to draw on this and whatnot. So yeah, I love this planner. It's so cute. But this is the one that I had for the first 6 months of the year, and there are some really distinct contrasts as far as the layout goes. I think eventually what happened was in this one, I was trying to use it up before by the end of the 6 months, just because I really like the evenness of it. But so I was using more day per pages, and there ended up being so much like empty space. But I realized I do prefer this 2-column system because it fills the page a little bit better when I have those like shorter to-do list things, rather as here there's a lot of empty space. That's just me. I am like one of those people who is just loves to fill up a planner and loves to fill up a page. Like, it just looks way more satisfying to me. But I have genuinely loved using this planner. I just think I want to go to the Hobonichi Techo to replace it. So I'll be interested to see how that turns out. But the Techo will pretty much be taking the place, I think, of 2 planners that I have. I will probably use, so I'll use this through the end of the year, and I'll probably do a video where I do a complete flip through of both of these once they're completed. If that's something you'd be interested in watching, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you've been using these notebooks too. I do love them. I love the color variations. The one thing that drives me crazy is like when I find a color I really want, but I can't get it because it's something that they don't carry. Like, I know this hot pink one is one that's hard to find, and I really wanted an orange one, but could not find one at a reasonable price, or I think at all, pretty much. But anyways, that is one thing that drives me a little crazy about these, but it's great that they're popular and everything. This is my A5 Day Designer that I just got from Target. So I still need to clean the cover, despite the fact that I bought Goo Gone like 2 weeks ago from Marshall's, I think. This is the plastic cover that's on these planners. It has an insert, which I obviously have taken out, but the pattern for it was this same like cheetah print pattern that was in here. It was super cute, and that's why I ended up really getting this planner. But I do like that it has this very structured hardcover that you can put whatever you want. So I've just put a photo of me and my husband. This is the tattoo and comic book shop we go to, and then this is one of my stickers from my shop. I just tuck them in there and they stay put really well. This dashboard was made by Debbie, who is Roro and Lou on Instagram. She was so sweet. We did a swap because she had just opened her shop, and she knew I used the A5, so she reached out, and I was like, for sure, send me what you got, and I would love to use them. And I was very excited. So when I got this skeleton print one, because it is so stinking cute, this is the one I'm gonna use, I think in November. I'll probably switch it out. Yeah, it's so cute. But she sent me a bunch, and they are all just so adorable. Either that one, or see, now I have them all over here. Maybe this one. Ooh, I do like this one. I'm gonna stay with the black and white theme. That's cute too. Okay, it's gonna have to have some real thinking involved. And then she also sent me these really cute tabbed dashboards, which is essentially acetate that she has laminated to create a divider, and they come apart if you pull the little, so these are just the slit, there's slits cut here in the holes, so you can just punch it in there. I usually just use like either the tip of a pair of scissors or like a pen or something that's capped to just kind of help push the little tabs through. So this was a dashboard, so cute, and she just released these in her shop because the A5 size was something new to her. But this planner here is just basically like a scratch planner. You can see like the huge difference between the way I plan in this whereas how I write things down in this little notebook. There's a lot of overlap, obviously, because of that, but I prefer it. It helps me remember things when I write them down twice, but also this is like a main thing type of planner. So like I really love in here, and I'll find a page where I've actually used it. Here we go. So like up here, there's a section where you can write down your top 3 things. And I usually have like top 10 things, but I narrow it down to 3 that I can remember to write here before I sit down at the beginning of the week is when I usually sit down and I'll write down like, okay, I know I have to do these things. What is in my to-do list that is going to help me take care of those top 3 priorities this week? And yeah, I just have fun with this planner. So for the most part, I know when like I have events and stuff, and I'll go write those down in this section because this is like a to-do list. It's got like little check boxes and stuff. And so when I have appointments and things like that, this is the planner that I reference. Like I went to lunch with my mom the other day and she was like, hey, can you take me to the doctor's on this day? This is the planner I whipped out of my bag. And if you're curious about what bag I'm using to be able to facilitate that, I'm using the medium crescent size Baggu bag, and I'm freaking obsessed. I love it so much. Maybe I'll do like a what's in my bag one day. If you're interested in that, let me know. But I just really love, like, this is just a carefree type of planner. Debbie also makes these like page tabs. She sent me 2, so I have one that's marked for the month, so it's easier for me because you can see it sticks out through the top. It's easy for me to just like find the tab and then just turn to that page directly. And then this is for the current week, which I use this one. I have sticky notes that I write down the different types of dinners my family loves. And I keep them back here. I just started doing it, so I don't have very many. It's not the fact that my family does not like my cooking or my offerings. And then as I'm planning the week and thinking about everything I have to do here, I'll just kind of transfer these sticky notes and move them around. So that way I'm not being wasteful using like just going through a bunch of them. I still haven't done the second half of the week, and today is Thursday. I already know what we're having. We're actually having this, so we can move that. Because last night we ended up, such a late night. So I'm just exhausted. This is like a small window of time I have to be able to record a video. And I was like, I want to do an update. And I've been wanting to do an update. These are some like really tiny script stickers that I have in my shop. This is all my hand lettering. I just released the 2024 script stickers. I update my hand lettering pretty much every year just because of how it develops and everything. I just want something fresh and new in the shop. So this year I released 2 different hand lettered collections, and these are the mini sheets. So I just used those to put on here so I know what this corresponds with, because obviously this side you can line up the sticky notes to these rows, but you can't do it on this side because Saturday and Sunday it's a one box that's split in half. So yep, that is this planner. I love it. It's great. I will plan ahead. I will probably use this through June, maybe. I want to get, and this will be a segue into my plotter and how I'm using that. So I'm using this just like a scratch journal. I take it everywhere with me. And then I set up this plotter recently because I wanted something that I could take a little bit more, something that was a little more portable for like planning shop stuff. So I really just wanted, and how I'm using this is really just as a sketchbook. And obviously these plotter rings are super duper tiny. However, I think this will take the place of my day designer eventually. And I want to be able to fit a monthly section in here, and I can't do that with everything else I also want to have in this planner. So these sections don't necessarily mean much. So this is like a printable that I have. It's just like a year on whatever, 4 pages. It'll be good for like planning out ideas and stuff for the upcoming year. And then this is like a page where I just did some sketches. So this was this month's, some sketch ideas for this month's Patreon, which will be a collection I release in the shop eventually. sometime this month. And then these are some doodles. Someone had posted a photo of sitting cows on Instagram, and I was like going through stories and I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. So I wanted to draw the sitting cow, and then from there I was like, I want to draw a Mudang because everybody's drawing Mudang. So I did that. And then I drew Pesto, who I will do like a formal sticker of because Mudang is in my shop right now and it's so cute, y'all. I love it. Okay, and then I just have this dashboard. I mean, obviously some of this stuff I can take out and then have room for a monthly, but like these are just extra pages I wanted to have in here. I need to trim down the dividers and stuff so the pages are easier to turn. And then these are just some old sketches that I just love having in here. And then this is just like a Filofax pocket like dashboard thing. And then this is the page lift, which has the elastic that you can get from Plotter because the notebooks themselves don't have a built-in closure. And in the back, I have this, which I think I've shared like an unboxing of these. So they were sent to me from Bullet Journal, and so it's made by Leuchtturm because they do partnerships on a lot of their products or all of their products. And essentially how this works is that, so this is the regular A5, which is typically used or traditionally used for like bullet journaling. I'm going to actually open this up. So I'll open it to a blank page. So, whoops. So how this works, how these notebooks were designed to work is that you open them hamburger style as opposed to this way. You open them this way because this page, which you can see the page number is on the bottom here, as opposed to like in these corners, because the Leuchtturm notebooks are also, the pages are numbered. So this page, this book when opened up is the same size as the A5. So this is more of like if you like to do bullet journal type style planning, but you want something that's a little bit more portable than this, but you like the size of these pages, highly recommend these. They come in a 3-pack, which is great. The pages start off with, you can put like a name, it's got like a nameplate here, and like you can plan out your intentions. Mine is to not completely lose my mind. And then down here, I did write down what writing utensils and things I was using, mainly because I wanted to keep track of the Tombow I was using to create this line. So this is like a Cornell style note-taking system. And it's basically essentially just like a giant brain dump. And I absolutely love it. So this has been really fun. The way this system works essentially is you write the header or whatever your title is for the section in this column, and then everything up until the next header, everything over here references this. So that way when you're like flipping through and you're going through it, you it's easier for you to find information that you're looking for specifically. But for the most part, this is like just brain dump. Like I just need to empty my brain. It keeps me from getting too overwhelmed and way too freaking stressed out. But I do like that this just fits tucked in nice and neat in the back of my plotter, and I don't have any issues with it. I keep it in my bag and it's just good to go. I won't always take these two with me everywhere, but that's why I want to switch into larger rings so that I can have both of them with me all the time. And I think I'm going to switch into this Filofax. I think it's the Holborn. Yeah, Holborn Filofax. This is just personal size. The rings aren't like huge, gigantic 30mm rings. I would keep it rather minimal. I have some inserts in here that I had been using, but I will pretty much start from fresh. And I want to use the monthly inserts from Plotter because I really like their paper and I really love the layout of their monthlies. It's just the boxes are just big enough for you to write whatever. I probably won't use like these daily journaling pages, so I'll take these out whenever I do transfer this into here, and then I'll just store them away in case one day I do decide to use them. So yeah, this will be a catch-all for everything, and it's got like huge pockets in the front and the back here, and then I just really love this ring. this ring planner. I think I got it like on Amazon, but you can order it from Filofax and all that too. I think I just wanted it faster. And now that leaves us with the last notebook in my lineup, which is this A5 Leuchtturm, as I've told you. I think this color is called Lilac. I do love it. It's so pretty. I decorated the crap out of it with a bunch of stickers, and I love the use of like the little teeny tiny stickers to take up space. I just love it. Like, look how happy this little shark is. Y'all, he's so cute. Anyways, so yeah, and if you're curious about where any of these stickers are from, just ask me, because there's so many. Like, I got a lot of no white stays stickers that I love. These were from my shop. I no longer sell those. This one is in my shop currently, and so is this one here. So cute. And then, yeah, this is from my shop. So I just started, when I started using this, I decided I was going to just use like a freestyle type of journal. I'll just use it when I want to, and that's basically how I've been keeping up with it. Except for now I'm using a lot more ephemera and things in my spreads. Unfortunately, yes, the thermal receipts, I mean, I knew they weren't going to hold up, but I mean, this is just a chopped receipt thing. Which is not going to hurt my heart if that thing disappears. I'll just cover it with a sticker. But yes, because I did take this on vacation a couple times. So yeah, it sat in a hot car, whatever, and that happened. So I've used like receipts from just like little things. This is when we bought like a record, our first record player. So I was ordering records, or I was picking them up from my favorite record store that's here in Birmingham called Seasick. But yeah, so it's just been a lot of fun. I love using it to kind of showcase or celebrate some happy mail that I get. So this is the first time I got PET tape or PET tape from High Paper Clouds. I love her shop. And then just a bunch of random stuff. Like, this is just little bits and bobs from a day trip to Chattanooga. And this is literally a cereal box. So, because I've had people ask, like, how do you know, I don't do a lot of stuff. We don't go out and, you know, go out to eat or go on like adventures and all that all the time. And I'm like, yeah, most of this is not me going, well, most of it is me going out and doing stuff, but it's also like, this is not us every single day. Or else this thing would have been full a long time ago. I'll show you, my thickest section is actually September, which ends here and starts, oh, just kidding. Yeah, here. And so it's really not that many pages for the month itself. And so, yeah, it does look like a lot. When I flip through it, it looks like, wow, y'all do so much, but really we don't. And I mean, honestly, like I said, this is from a cereal box. So it's just really anything that you have, grocery store receipt, or just packaging from some ramen, because that's what this is, that you had, that just creates a moment for you. It doesn't have to be something significant and like, ooh, excuse me, huge. It's just things that are special to you. But yeah, a lot of these are from events, and so that's why I don't have like a page for every single day. I do sometimes use this when I just get in a mood where I want to write, or if I just have a lot going on and I just want to get some things out of my head to journal about where I'm at in my life right now. I will turn to this journal here. But like, this is a trip from Chicago, which I never finished updating these pages, and I want to, and I will, because this planner also does not go in in order. So yeah, these are just days where I just felt like writing. So I did that. And this was like, this is from celebrating my youngest, her birthday. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more like photos and decorative things from the day in here, because we did go out and do some stuff. And then, you know, this is from a desk calendar, like those page per day type calendars, that has a Snoopy comic. And so, you know, I'll collect those to put in here if I just want to take up some space. This is from Happy Mail. This is a wedding invitation. So it's whatever you have laying around that you think is worth holding on to and making a part of that, recording that memory. I do some swatches in here. This is my, oh my God, this is my banana sticker collection. If you found me on TikTok or Instagram, you may have found me because I do have the entire collection of the Minions Chiquita Banana stickers in my journal. And this is it right here in all her glory. I had like a checklist. I don't know if I still have it in here. I did have a checklist of each sticker because people are like, how did you know which ones you needed? They had a link to a website that had a PDF you could download and print at home. Like, see, this is just random thoughts. And like one thing I do love to do, because I have so many stickers, is I'll do like a little sticker collage. And this is just like a little rainbow, because it starts with red, ends in purple or violet. And that's always fun for me because I'm using all these stickers that I have. And a lot of them are some of my favorite stickers. So I'm putting them in a place where I know I'm going to go back and look a lot and see them. And they're going to be all in one place. It makes my heart smile. So, and I just love doing that. Just trying to, it's like a fun little puzzle. It's, oh my gosh, try it out. It's the best. And then on this page, just some, this is packaging from when we all got our ears pierced, or I got a third piercing or a third hole done on one of my ears, and then both my girls got their ears pierced for their second time, because yes, I took them to Claire's when they were super little, and no, it did not stay open, obviously. But I took them to Rowan because they just opened one up by our house. So I was like, oh, we'll go over there and get your ears pierced for real. And it was great. They were so awesome and patient. I love it and would highly recommend. This is from when my family from Japan came to visit. I love this collage. Like I'm saying, using things that when I go back to flip through this planner, it's just going to make my heart smile so big to see these photos and see these faces in my planner every single time. This is when Sneakers, our first puppy who ended up living with my in-laws, passed away. And so that was a very difficult moment. And then this is like pages I need to fill in from our Disney trip with my family when they came to visit. More because, yeah, I just had more feelings to get out. And then this is just like random stuff. So for the most part, like this is random. I just make it look like it's something bigger than it is. Like these are mundane moments that I just wanted to write down. And so I just like to use a lot of stickers and washi tape and stuff like that. This is about a bad trip I had at, not like trip like I was on drugs or nothing, like when I went to Costco. And it was just awful because Costco and Aldi's for me are the biggest source of anxiety for me, just because, oh my gosh, I could go on for days about both of those places. Do I still go there? Yes, I do. But I just put on my big girl britches and I just get there. But do I enjoy it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I started using sticky notes to decorate in here. So these are all sticky notes. This is a sticky note I cut into like just a word bubble or a speech bubble. I don't know what this is. Speech. Like it's talking. I didn't intend on doing a complete flip through of this, but yeah, these things you can just do whatever whatever your heart desires. And I don't think it has to be, you know, I don't follow any rules. I don't really do much. I like some of these pages. I really like for these. I did use some of my journaling kits and larger deco sheets. And I will put down a spread before I actually know what I'm going to write. But just because I feel like playing with stickers. So I'll play with stickers. This is my youngest. Her, she does cross country. And she had a PR that day. And it was just so awesome. Because she beat her PR by over a minute. Which was great. And so I wanted to put all that fun stuff down. And I have like all of her cross country, like her numbers and everything. We're going to make a scrapbook together at the end of the season, which happens next week. I'm kind of sad about it. As much as I complain on Instagram about being outside, I do enjoy going. This is my oldest. We went and visited Jack State for her first college tour. And it was funny because I laid down these Beetlejuice stickers without really, like I said, thinking about what I was going to write. And before we left that morning, I wrote about how crazy it is that she's, you know, this is time. We're at this moment in our lives. And I printed out a photo from my Instagram, my personal Instagram account of her first day of school. And I put that in there. And, you know, I use these Beetlejuice stickers. And I was like, why did I use this? But when we went to Jack State, we saw we went to this antique store and they had this giant life-size Beetlejuice. So I took a picture of him and then I printed it out. I had a little Canon IV printer and oh my gosh, it was just like, he had to go in there. So Beetlejuice is immortalized in my journal. He's immortalized in many, many ways. I've not seen the new movie yet. I want to. This is from, we went to Auburn, first game in forever. My husband's a huge Auburn fan. I'm not big on the new, I don't like their coach. Yeah, we'll leave it there. But he's not my favorite human being in the world, and neither is DJ Durkin, but that's a completely different topic. Oh, I read Good Bad Girl, which is the book that destroyed a bookstore, which is a story I shared on Instagram. I literally like went into the store and I saw the book on the bookshelf. It was like facing out and I'm wanting to read it because I've been wanting to read or pick up my next Alice Feeney read since I read Rock, Paper, Scissors. And without thinking, I just pulled the book off the bookshelf, not realizing that it was integral to the structure of the rest of the bookshelf. And there were so many books that were leaned up against it that when I just assumed that there was something behind it. There should have been something behind it. There wasn't. When I pulled it off the shelf, all these other books just kind of came caving in and then started like water falling off this bookshelf. And I'm like so embarrassed, obviously. And I was trying to like catch them as they were falling and put them back on the shelf. But as I was putting them on the shelf, they still weren't staying there and it was just chaos. And the guy who was working there, he was like, it's fine, just leave it there. And I was like, no, I got this. And I did not have it. So I was like, and I wasn't going to buy the book because it was a hardcover. So it was a little bit pricier than what I would typically spend on a book. But I have a membership there. And obviously I felt guilty. He was like, it's cool, just leave it. And so eventually I was able to collect myself and the books off the floor and I put them on the shelf to be reset up. I was like, I'm not qualified to do that. So I grabbed the book, Good Bad Girl, and I just walked up to the counter. I was like, I'm going to purchase this today. But I was like, man, this better turn out to be a banger. Like, it better be so good. It was 4.75 stars for me. I absolutely loved it. Ladybug. What's her name? Edith. Edith is one of my favorite book characters in the world now. I think I read that book in like 3 days. I just loved it so much. Anyways, that brings us to October, which I've started doing a goal setting in here. I started that in September and it was very helpful for my mindset because honest to God, probably April through August were very difficult times for me. Just personally, just so much going on, a lot of pressure from work, a lot of pressure from a lot of places. And just the economy changing a lot, which means the shop is not doing as well as it has in past years, which is fine. I say that because I'm trying to convince myself it's fine. It's fine. Because I know what I offer is something that is just like a little extra piece of life. It's not a necessity, obviously. And with things getting more expensive, it is hard to justify purchasing things like stickers or whatnot to make your journals look cute. So if you are a customer of mine, if you've ever shopped from my shop, know deep down in my heart, I'm the one that does it all here. And I am beyond grateful for y'all's support. I could go on for days talking about how much it means to me, but no, for sure. It means a lot. So I started in September setting some goals for myself because I was like, okay, I've got to stop having such a negative mindset, a deficit mindset on everything. So I set some goals for myself. I wanted to hit 85 orders for the month. I thought that was going to be a great month for me. I think I ended up doing like 87, which was awesome because it mean I hit my goal. And so this month I took some of those two of the same goals and I bumped them. The reason why, so in September, I was around like maybe 10 or so K on average for reach on Instagram. And I was like, okay, I'm going to set a goal. It's going to be crazy, but I'm going to set it. So I set a goal for 30,000 and then I posted a video, I posted a reel or a post every single day. And my numbers jumped almost immediately to like 300,000 or close. I think it was actually like 250,000. And I was like, holy crap. And so that blew my mind. And so for October, I was like, I was sitting at around 330, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to go too hard because I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. And so yeah, I bumped it up to 400. I haven't been posting very much this week, or really at all this week, because I've been super busy. But also I did not want to like flood people's feeds with like silly little, and to me, being so close to Florida and Alabama, having a lot of family and friends, I've been checking in on them all week. And I just know how exhausted and things that they are, and they all have much more important messages to put out. And so I just didn't want to be like cluttering a feed. And it just felt, for me personally, it felt just not like the right moment to be posting things like this. So, but yeah, so I'll get back to that probably, back to posting probably starting tomorrow. I am doing a series where I pronounce or teach y'all how to pronounce certain Japanese words. So like stationery, as it, you know, correlates to stationery. So one of them was like, I think I started doing, techo was the first one, because people all over TikTok especially were calling it a techo, and I was like, y'all are driving me insane. It's a techo. And if you don't know, I am half Japanese, so I am somewhat qualified to do this series. And then I did like, people were, after I did that one, they were like, you need to do hobonichi, and I was like, y'all don't know how to say hobonichi. And so did one on hobonichi. I did one on fudenosuke, which is the brush pens. But if you want to see that, it's all on there. I did hon recently because people were calling the new hon planners Hans, which I can kind of see. Hand, I cannot get out of my FYP. No, but anyways, it's been fun. So if there's a word you want to learn how to pronounce, please let me know. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will figure out a way to do another post. So I did kawaii because too many people don't know how to say kawaii, which means cute in Japanese. Most people pronounce it kawaii, which means scary. So FYI. Oh, and I did want to share one last thing before I run off. So one thing I wanted to do this next, or really starting now, is set up a new reading journal. I've been using a Hobonichi Weeks, but I realized that's not enough space for me. And also I did realize that if I wasn't filling in each day, it was really bringing down my my morale to continue reading. I was like, well, I didn't read all this week, I should just never read again. That's not the case. I just get busy. I have busy seasons. I'm about to enter one, and I'm trying to be a little bit more gracious to myself and the goals that I have set. So I bought this notebook. I got it from Barnes & Noble, and I think it was $10.99. So I was looking at a bunch of notebooks at Barnes & Noble, and for the most part, the ones I really loved were like $30 to $40, and I was like, I can't justify spending that much money on a notebook I don't even think I'll be using in 2 weeks. So I got this one. She's so pretty. She's got a huge, thick, very thick elastic band. And she was only $10.99, which was great. And I have a Barnes & Noble membership, so it made it even cheaper. It was 10% off, and I got points for purchasing it. So win, 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 win. It is just a basic like blank notebook, blank pages. Obviously I could have gone with like another like A5 like Leuchtturm, but these journals tend to be pretty expensive. I could have ordered something on Amazon, but it's like, really, I'd rather just go. I wasn't actually planning, I was just looking at the journals. I wasn't planning on getting anything until I saw those really gorgeous like $40 ones. I was like, no, let's find something cheaper. So I got this one, and this will be my reading journal because I tend to forget everything as soon as I'm done reading. I'm reading Immortal Dark right now, and I'm really loving it, but there's a lot. Look at me like breaking the binding while I'm talking to y'all. So this sucker will lay flat better. What was I saying? Oh, I'm reading Immortal Dark, which I genuinely love, basically because the female main character, the FMC, is just super. She's just like, I don't like the FMCs who are just like, oh no, like, you know, Fay Ray, what's her name? Court of Thorns and Roses. She drives me a little crazy. I'm on, what did I just read? The third book? Yeah, I just read the third book. But she just, oh, that book one was so hard to get through because she was just driving me insane. I was like, okay. But I'm not going to go into it. But the female main character for Immortal Dark is, she just puts up with nobody's shit. Says what's on her mind. And I respect that. I respond to that type of female main character. And I'm loving it. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out, it's a YA, like fantasy book about black vampires, and the author, I believe, is Ethiopian. So she pulls on a lot of her culture, and I just think that's awesome. And literally, what's it called? The page where, the dedication page, I think it said something about how, you know, she did a video on YouTube that I had watched because I was curious about pronouncing the names of the characters. And she basically said she wrote the book because she wanted to see black vampires represented in the community. So she was like, you know, she had written about how, you know, this one's for us. And I was like, that's awesome. And I thought it was great. And so I was like, I feel like now I know I'm going to, once I watched the video, she talked a little bit more about the main character and kind of why she is the way that she is. And I was like, okay, I know I'm going to love this. So anyways, but I'm reading that and I'm noticing I'm forgetting a lot of things because I haven't had time to like sit down. I'm trying to take the sticker off. Oh, poop. I haven't had a lot of time to just sit down and read, so I'm really just reading about 5 pages a night, just moving slow as molasses. And I'm having to go back and like reread sections before I start reading a new section. So I wanted to journal. That gets back to the whole point of this. I just went on a ridiculous tangent. So if you're still here, give yourself a pat on the back and a round of applause. I appreciate you. So yeah, I can write down the things in here, quotes, and just kind of like how their magic system works and all that kind of stuff in here. So it'll help me remember, because obviously I will remember things better if I write them down. That's why I make 1,800 to-do lists and have all of these notebooks and planners to help me in my life. There they are. And this stack is going to look entirely different once 2025 gets here, and I'm so excited for that. But anyways, that brings me to the conclusion of this video. Thank you if you watched this whole thing. Sorry if I just went on 18,000 different tangents to literally tell y'all about 4 planners. That was my mission, and I really hope this is not an hour-long video. 42 minutes. We did well. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.